What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am back with another review video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Arrow Max Plus electric scooter. I'm going to go over everything there is to know about this electric scooter. I'm going to talk about the specs. I'm going to do a speed test, a brake test. I'm going to ride around and talk about the riding experience. And as an added bonus, I'm going to take it on a little mini off-road trail I have over here, because I am, after all, at the world-famous Vaulted Adventures testing grounds. There will be chapters down below, so feel free to skip around to whatever part is of interest to you. But first, let's get started with the specs. So this is the Arrow Max Plus electric scooter. It features a 350 watt, 600 watt peak hub motor in the rear, coupled with a 36 volts, 10.4 amp hour battery. This should give you a range of up to 30 miles depending on riding mode and riding conditions, of course. We have 10-inch tires with super nice looking rims, coupled with mechanical brakes with 120mm rotors. This scooter also has a front suspension fork and dual rear shocks for a smooth ride. The scooter can fold, of course, for easy transportation and storage. In the front we have a decently bright headlight, and in the rear we have an active brake light. That is always good. The total weight of the scooter is 36.22 pounds with a max load capacity of 220 pounds. And up on the handlebars we have our front brake and thumb throttle. In the center we have a color display with the on-off switch / mode selector. And on the left side we have a rear brake. And that is pretty much it for the specs. Now, as far as the price, this scooter is currently going for $499, but I will have a discount code for you guys if you're interested in checking this electric scooter out. Check that out in the description along with a link. Is it a good value for money? That's exactly what we're about to find out. Alright, now before we do our speed test, I want to show you the starting procedure, which is super simple. Couldn't get more simple than that. It has a power button over here. You hold that for about 2 or 3 seconds and the scooter will turn on. I hope you guys can see the screen well, because sometimes the screen flickers because of the frame rate. But this scooter has 3 modes. You access them by double tapping the power button. So we have low, medium, and high. We're going to test that right now. I already have my GPS app open and ready to go with the speed reset. This is a kick scooter, so we have to give it a little push to start going. And as far as the acceleration, it's pretty decent. This is more of a chill type scooter. You're not gonna go and get the fastest miles per hour with the scooter. This is more for like commuting, taking it easy. And let's see what happens. The scooter is showing 21, which is what the advertised speed is. My GPS app does take a little bit of time to catch up, so I'm actually gonna go all the way to the end of this road to give my app enough time to catch up and give the scooter a benefit of the doubt. Now it's showing 22, but 21 let's call it, which is the advertised speed. And let's go ahead and stop. Ooh, the brakes are good on this thing. Can't wait to test out the brakes. But let's stop real quick and see what our phone is telling us. And if you guys can see my screen, it shows that we're doing 16.8. So according to this app and this GPS, 16.8, not quite the 21 miles an hour that the scooter was showing. Now I weigh about 160 and I'm 5'8", so maybe somebody that's lighter than me might be able to hit that speed, but I was able to get 16.8, and that is our speed test. Again, as I mentioned, this is not going to be the fastest scooter in the world, but it's pretty chill. Now let's check our brakes. This should be enough distance to reach the top speed. Yep, there's a bush coming up to the right. I'm gonna hit the brakes in 3, 2, 1. Not bad at all. The brakes didn't lock up, and we're looking at an estimated about 10 to 12 feet. But let's run it one more time for science sake. And as I say with all of my reviews, these are brand new brakes. They're mechanical brakes, but they're still brand new. and they will just get better with time as they bed themselves in. So we'll give it one more chance, one more shot over here, and see what happens. Just keep in mind that they will get better. Also, they can be adjusted, so you can adjust them to give them more bite, less bite. But let's give it one more chance. Also, I'm not slamming on the front brake as hard because I don't want to fly forward, but scooter's at top speed, braking in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, much better. A lot better than last time. I was also more assertive on the brakes. We're talking 6 to 7 feet or so, which is amazing. Now we are going, according to the scooter, 21, but in reality about 17 miles an hour. But not bad stopping distance. Alright, and that was our brake test. As I mentioned earlier, I was just riding around and feeling the brakes, and they felt pretty good. This scooter is fairly light, and those brakes are working really well. Now let's talk about the riding experience and the actual scooter itself. So far it's decent. It does have front suspension and dual rear shocks, which are kind of hidden in the body. But to be honest with you guys, even though it has that suspension, and you can feel it when you're bouncing on a scooter, for some reason it's kind of a bumpy ride. A little bit of kind of happening in my helmet right now. You may be able to tell it on my voice. You may be able to hear my helmet. It just feels rough, a little bit rougher than I would expect or imagine for a scooter that's having a front fork and rear shocks. Maybe the suspension is a bit too stiff, but you can definitely feel it. I don't know what it is. I may have too much air pressure in the tires, but as far as the scooter itself and the geometry and the build, the geometry is super nice. The build feels very solid. Now let's check our turnability. It is a scooter, so I wouldn't be surprised about the turnability, but yeah, you could turn on the dime. Oh my god, yeah, this thing has got crazy turning radius. Really nice. And I also want to show you guys the two things. First of all, the deck. It's a decent size. It's not too big, not too small. Hopefully you guys can see well, but I'm a size 10, and this shoe is actually on the large side, so enough room for me to put both feet on the deck. The deck itself is made out of this plasticky material. It's got some grip, but it's not like a skateboard deck. It's smoother than that. And the second thing I wanted to show you guys is how to fold this scooter. And again, I hope you guys can see well. There's this little like safety thing, which actually reminds me of a Glock safety feature. But anyways, you click that safety and you pull the latch. Now before you do that, this part right here, this secondary latch, you got to bring down, and it actually hangs onto this thing. I hope you guys can see well. You bring it down and it gets attached like that, and you can lift the scooter, and to undo it you bring that out, click it into place, bring the scooter up, the stem up, and just lock that back up, and you're ready to roll again. But now let's see how this suspension holds up to our little off-road test. And a few disclaimers. One, this is not an off-road scooter, so right now I'm asking the scooter to do way more than it's designed to do, and to be honest with you, it may not even pass this test. I am full throttle right now, and I don't know if it's gonna have enough power to run through this section, especially with this hill coming up. Second thing is, this trail may not seem like it on camera, but it is very bumpy, ups and downs, and the camera never shows it. I don't know why. But now let's grab some momentum. I hope we can make it up this hill for the sake of the scooter. Let's see, this is our uphill. Will it make it? Will it make it? Will it make it? Oh my god, it made it. Wow, I am surprised. I honestly did not think that it's gonna make it, but we had just enough momentum to make it up that hill. Again, guys, this is me asking the scooter to do way more than it's designed to do, so I would not be upset if it didn't make it through this section. But it actually, there's our second uphill, did that. It actually managed to do it pretty well. check the brakes. This is better than I thought. Woo, it is bumpy. You might hear it on my voice. It is very bumpy, and I was pretty much throttled down, thumb throttled down the whole way. Oh my god, it's bumpy. Yeah, I wish the suspension was a bit softer, but wow, I'm actually amazed that it passed this section. I truly am. I thought this would be the first product that I reviewed that does not make this off-road section, but it actually did. But let's stop real quick and assess the situation and see what happened over here. Is everything still solid? Let's see. Oh yeah, folding mechanism solid. Tires are solid. Wow, definitely surpassed my thoughts or what I expected from this scooter to do, especially off-road. Again guys, disclaimer, this is not an off-road scooter. This is meant for like small commuting, fun around the neighborhood, getting snacks, things like that. Those tires are definitely not for off-road. And as I mentioned earlier, I think I have way too much air pressure in the tires. If I had a little bit less air pressure, it might make the ride a bit smoother on the road. But let's do things I like, things I don't like, final thoughts. Things I like, I really like the design and color scheme of the scooter. Small little thing, but it adds up. Second thing I like is these handle grips. These grips are actually very nice and got a nice feel to them. I really like the brakes. Even though they're mechanical brakes, these perform amazing for the size of this scooter. I like the build quality, and I really like the suspension, even though it is a bit stiff, but it does have it, which is nicer than not having it. Now, things I don't like, and it's really one thing that kind of divides into two, and that's the speed. And the first thing about the speed is, obviously we all love speed and we all want more speed, so I wish this went a little bit faster. If it did, would have been perfect. The second thing I don't like is I don't like how the speed doesn't match up to what the scooter is showing to GPS. I mean, if it did hit 21 miles an hour legit, then it would have been a lot nicer and you'd feel it. So just having that is not the best thing. A lot of these brands do not match up from my experience. They'll be off by a couple miles an hour, but showing 21 on the screen and GPS showing 17, that's a bit too big of a discrepancy in my opinion. So that's the one thing I don't like, and actually that's the only thing I don't like. The scooter itself is amazing. Now let's talk about the price. Is this good value for $4.99? And again, I will have a discount code for you guys, so check that out in the description, so it will make it less than $4.99. In my opinion, if you're not looking to having crazy top speed, or you want something for your kids that doesn't have a lot of top speed, this scooter is great. It is a bit rough on the suspension, but if you're using it on pavement, around the neighborhood, things like that, it's a great scooter. If you are looking to having that thrill of very high top speed, then I suggest looking at a different scooter. This scooter may not be for you. Now, I'm pretty sure I went over everything there is to know about this scooter, but if I missed anything, please leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to try to answer. If I was able to provide you guys with any type of value, I would highly appreciate it if you left a like on this video. That helps me out a lot, and it's free for you. If you want to see more of these reviews, and there are plenty more coming, definitely hit that subscribe button. But that is pretty much it for me, guys. My name's Tom. This has been the Arrow Max Plus electric scooter. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.